have a problem. I'm usually late. And actually, I don't have a problem, but other people have a problem with me being late. And that might actually be a good thing. Let me tell you why. The only thing that is definitively perishable, something that we can never get back, is time. And as the OG Savage Oscar Wilde says, punctuality is the thief of time. Being punctual reduces the amount of time we have. But why do so many cultures, so many people say that being punctual is a virtue? Where does punctuality come from anyway? Being punctual is actually a very modern concept. Like all good things, it started in the Industrial Revolution. In the 1800s, we had factories, production lines, conveyor belts. All this meant every single worker had to be at their station at the same time in order for the production line to start simultaneously. If one person was late, you couldn't start. It was delaying, even halting the entire production process. The Industrial Revolution was the first time when we really could work all around the clock. 24 hours, we had shifts, right? Ford was famous for paying people more to show up for different shifts and to do repetitive tasks over and over. And it was important for everyone to be on time. Otherwise, the factory could not function 24 hours, maximizing efficiency. Today, however, as knowledge workers, being punctual is detrimental to creating value. Let me tell you why. The value of a knowledge worker is your ability to use your cognitive abilities. And to access that, there's been plenty of research that shows you have to focus on what's in front of you until you get lost in time, until you're in that flow state. Cal Newport talks about this in his book, Deep Work. We need deep work in order to perform those cognitively demanding tasks. Our ability to perform deep work is what separates the quality of our work with others. He defines deep work as the ability to focus without distraction on a cognitively demanding task. It's a state where you can produce high quality work in less time. So what does that have to do with punctuality? Every time you start to worry, are you on time? You are distracting yourself from the work at hand. Without realizing, we are multitasking and keeping a part of our mental CPU occupied with this fascination with being on time. Based on more than half a century of research done at Harvard, Stanford, UCLA, UCL, it was very clear multitasking really reduces our cognitive ability. Efficiency can drop by as much as 40%. It takes anywhere between 5 to 25 minutes to recover from each distraction. It even shows to reduce IQ for some people down to the level of 8-year-olds. Creative tasks like problem solving is also shown to be negatively impacted, something so crucial to knowledge work. On top of this, stress increases, the desire to go faster increases, which both actually decrease the quality of our work. This basically sums up why everyone feels so frustrated with their work environment. Usually, it's very toxic because even if it's unintentionally, we are demanded to focus on reply to your pings, reply your emails, answer all of these ad hoc things and not have enough time protected to do deep work. So what can we do about it? Number one is to go back in time. In ancient civilizations, everything was measured in around 2-hour blocks with sundial, with water clocks, and it meant show up in those times and focus for a good 2 hours. Instead, today we are counting by 30-minute intervals, sometimes even just by minutes, sometimes seconds. Okay, let me drink one sip of water before I run to my next meeting. Let me skip my bathroom break so that I could be on time. This precision increased the demand of other people on our time and really reduced our ability to protect our deep work time. Time is the only thing definitively slipping away from us forever, and yet we have collectively agreed to say, well, let's forget about that and just make being on time the most important thing, even though we are no longer in the Industrial Revolution anymore. As the Buddha says, the problem is we think we have time. We don't. And we don't have time to do deep work, even though that is the thing that will give us value, that will improve the quality of our work. Make sure you schedule deep work time. The second thing you can do is set up your deep work routine. I found my routine on Skillshare, who is actually today's sponsor. Thank you very much for supporting the channel. Now you can go through this course for free, and it's called Creative Flow on Schedule: How to Build a Creative Deep Work Routine. You might be wondering why I'm using a course that is creative and not just a general time management course, even though Skillshare has plenty of those too. And this choice is very intentional. Knowledge workers and creative workers both have many things in common, and the one thing is about creating output that is cognitively demanding. We are talking about doing better work, not more work. Because this is the actual thing that will increase your value as a knowledge worker. Being able to come up with things that are cognitively demanding and not just ticking the box everywhere. And Mark Samples, who put this course together, really knows how to intentionally design that process. He's all about creating meaningful output. And of course, with the free trial, you can also access thousands of other courses for knowledge workers in creativity, entrepreneurship, career. So the first 1,000 people using my link in the description below will get a 1-month free trial. Thank you, Skillshare, for sponsoring this video. Now, the third thing you can do to protect your time is to set expectations for others and for yourself. Because let's be honest, social constructs are still important. Meeting expectations are still important. And I know it as well as you do. Playing the perception game as a knowledge worker is, well, part of the game. So how do we set expectations for others so that we can protect our deep work time, and for ourselves so that we actually show up at the right time for the right thing? For others, it's about scheduling your deep work and letting them know about it. Letting them know, do not schedule, this is sacred time. Tell them the reason, right? Because it reduces cognitive ability, it reduces the quality of work if we are always multitasking and we're always trying to answer other people's priorities. And tell them, in fact, they should probably have deep work time themselves. You can coordinate and you can have team deep work time so that no one bothers each other and everyone can show up and do the best work they can. The second thing is making sure that once you schedule that deep work, you do it. Don't let emails be distractions. Don't let pings be distractions. Don't let others distract you. Do the best you can to actually perform during that deep work time. And the last thing is set a timer. Stop worrying about, okay, is the 2 hour up yet? Just set a timer so that I don't have to worry about anything and just focus until that timer rings. Don't let distractions devolve your cognitive ability. Set expectations for others and for yourself to show up and really achieve your full potential. Now that you know this, you can't unsee it. So make sure you check out this video for more time management tips, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.